Friends, I Miss Yasika Patel welcome you all in Deepam, Gyan, Kranti, the treasure of knowledge powered by Deepam English Institute. Friends, today we will discuss about the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear written by Rabindranath Tagore, and that is a part of FI BCom V.N.S.G.U syllabus. Friends, this poem Where the Mind is Without Fear, that is a very important poem, and you can say it's a vastly read poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, one of the very famous poem of Rabindranath Tagore. So before we start the summary of the poem, let us discuss about some of the important information about the poet, and the poet of this poem is Rabindranath Tagore. So he was born on 7th May 1961 in Calcutta, that was a part of British India. So 7 May 1961 in Calcutta. Now if we are talking about the best work of Rabindranath Tagore, then The Gardener, The Crescent Moon, these are the famous work of Rabindranath Tagore. And how can we forget the work that is written by him, that is Gitanjali. It's a very famous work of him, and for Gitanjali he got first Nobel Prize in Literature, and he became the first non-European. So when he got the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913, he became the first non-European to get the Nobel Prize in Literature. So it's a very proud moment for all the Indians. Now he was a very vastly read poet, and his all the poems are focused on the reality as well as the nature. Then if we are talking about the pet names of him, means he was also known as Gurudev. You all know very well Gurudev से वो बहुत ज़्यादा famous है, and he is also known as Bard of Bengal. So two names are there, Gurudev and Bard of Bengal. So Rabindranath Tagore is also known as Gurudev and Bard of Bengal, and he was died on 7th August 1941. So this is the basic information about Rabindranath Tagore. Friends, मैं जितना बोलूँ उनके बारे में उतना कम है, but it is enough for you in the exam. So I covered all the main topics. Now if we are talking about the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear, so before start the poem we have to first see the background of the poem. तो background of the poem क्या है? So basically this poem Where the Mind is Without Fear, it was originally composed in Bengali language in 900. So that poem is basically originally composed in Bengali language, and it is composed in under the title of Prarthana. You know very well the meaning of प्रार्थना, that is prayer. तो कौन से टाइटल में पब्लिश हुई थी? प्रार्थना टाइटल के अंदर वो जो पोएम है Where the Mind is Without Fear वो पब्लिश हुई थी, एंड इट अपीयर्ड इन अ वॉल्यूम कॉल्ड नैवेद्य. और 1901 में एक वॉल्यूम बनाया था, मतलब अ ग्रुप ऑफ पोएम्स, बहुत सारी पोएम को मर्ज करके एक बुक बनाई थी, दैट इज वॉल्यूम, और दैट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट वॉल्यूम इज नैवेद्य in 1901. So that is the background of the poem, that it was basically composed in the Bengali language in 900, and it is there under the title of Prarthana, that means prayer, and it was appeared in the volume called Naivedya in 901. Now when the poem was composed in 1901, so at that time you know very well that India was under the British rule. मतलब जो Britishers थे वो हमारे ऊपर राज करते थे, and at that time the people of India want the freedom. So freedom तो चाहिए, but if we are talking about this poem, तो रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर के माइंड में बहुत सारे विशेष है कि इंडिया फ्रीडम मिलने के बाद इंडिया के लोग कैसे होने चाहिए, हाउ इज द पीपल, हाउ दे कैन लीव देयर लाइफ. तो उसके बारे में उसके माइंड में विशेष है, उनके माइंड में विशेष है कि इंडियन कैसे होने चाहिए. सो दैट इज द प्रेयर टू गॉड. ये बेसिकली दिस पोएम Where the Mind is Without Fear, that is the prayer to the God. वो गॉड को प्रेयर करते हैं कि मेरी जो कंट्री है इंडिया, इसके अंदर ऐसा ऐसा होना चाहिए. सो लेट अस स्टार्ट एंड टेक द समरी ऑफ दिस पोएम. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held in high. So Rabindranath Tagore said in a very first line that every people should have to live, should have high position, high dignity, and they can stand on their own legs. They can stand at their own, means they don't have any kind of fear in their mind. They are fearless. Whatever they want, they can do. So the mind is without fear. There should be no compulsoriness in each and every work. The mind should be without fear, and each and every people should have the dignity to raise their hand. Where the knowledge is free. Now friends, it's very important where the knowledge is free. जैसी कल्पना रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर ने की है अपने नेशन की, इंडिया की, in that the education should be free. Okay, and every children should have to take the education, and he said that education is only the light to ओवरकम द डार्कनेस. अगर कोई लाइट है जो हमारा डार्कनेस को ओवरकम करे, दैट इज द लाइट ऑफ एजुकेशन. एंड वन मोर थिंग, दैट द एजुकेशन इज विदाउट एनी partiality. It should not like that certain people can take and certain people couldn't. So it should be without the limitation of the caste, without the limitation of the region, and without the limitation of any of the creed. So it should be free. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Yes friends, अगर हमें independence मिलेगा, because I am talking about 901 at that time, रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर ने क्या कहा था कि पूरा वर्ल्ड है, that should not be narrow as domestic wall. उसके अंदर कोई domestic walls नहीं होनी चाहिए. Means each and every people को पूरा united India create करना है. They should have to create united India without any partition of the creed or any religion or any caste. Okay, it should be aware of all that thing. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments, there should be no caste system, no color system, no religion system, nothing, and by narrow domestic wall, and even कोई भी limitations नहीं होनी चाहिए. All are Indian and we have to form a united India. That was a dream. Where words come out from the depth of truth. Now Rabindranath Tagore said here that the person, each and every person of the country should be honest, and the words spoken by them, it's come out from the heart. सारे honest होने चाहिए, and whatever the words they are speaking, they are from the heart. मतलब अपने work को लेके सारे के सारे एकदम ही honest होने चाहिए. They should not like dishonesty. Dishonesty की चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए वहाँ पे. Now this line is very important. Where tireless training stretches its arm towards the perfection. Here Rabindranath Tagore has used the figure of speech that is personification. कैसे personification means what? कि कोई non living thing हो उसको हम living के साथ comparison कर रहे हैं. See यहाँ पे tireless training stretching उसको comparison किया है arms के साथ. मतलब being a human, if we are stretching our arms to make our work perfect in that direction, in the direction of the perfection, तो हम लोग हमारे जो arms है वो stretches करते हैं. तो यहाँ पे उन्होंने personification use किया है that we should have to work until हमें हमारा जो goal है वो मिल नहीं जाता. हमें वहां तक काम करना चाहिए जहां तक हमें हमारा गोल अचीव नहीं हो जाता. एंड वी हैव टू अचीव आवर गोल इन अ परफेक्ट मैनर, नॉट लाइक दैट कि करने के लिए हमने किया. सो हियर द पर्सोनिफिकेशन इज यूज्ड बाय हिम. व्हेन द क्लियर स्ट्रीम ऑफ रीजन हैज नॉट लॉस्ट इट्स वे इनटू द ड्राई डेजर्ट सैंड ऑफ डेड हैबिट्स. हियर यू नो वन कहावत दैट इज कॉल्ड फ्रेज, लकीर के फकीर. हमें लकीर के फकीर नहीं बनना है. वी शुड हैव टू think in a new way. We have to change our mentality. And he has nicely used the dead habits. He has compared the dead habits with the daily desert and reason with the clear stream. You have to think in a पॉजिटिव वे, इन अ न्यू वे. हमें लकीर के फकीर नहीं बनना है, कुछ न्यू फाइंड करना है. एंड वी हैव टू थिंक इन अ लॉजिकल मैनर. सो लॉजिकल थिंकिंग प्लेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल हियर. सो वी हैव टू थिंक इन अ न्यू डायरेक्शन, वी हैव टू चेंज आवर मेंटालिटी, एंड इवन वी हैव टू थिंक इन अ लॉजिकल मैनर. वी शुड हैव टू यूज लॉजिक इन आवर थिंकिंग. Where the mind is laid forward by thee into ever widening thought and action. here he has used, we have to live in a united way, we have to form a united नेशन, हमें वसुदेव कुटुंबकम की जो भावना है वो सबके अंदर जागृत करनी है. वी ऑल आर ह्यूमन बींग्स, देयर शुड बी नो पार्टीशन बिटवीन एनी क्रीड, एनी रिलीजन, एनी कलर एंड एवरीथिंग. सो वी शुड हैव टू फॉलो द सच अ वे कि वसुदेव कुटुंबकम की जो भावना है हमारे में जागृत होनी चाहिए. Into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. So father here, father means God. Okay, वो God के साथ God को प्रे करते हैं कि आफ्टर फ्रीडम हमारा जो नेशन है वो पूरा एक हेवन की तरह होना चाहिए. ओके, जो फादर मीन्स गॉड, तो आफ्टर फ्रीडम आवर नेशन शुड बी like a heaven, हमारा जो नेशन है वो हेवन होना चाहिए. Let my country awake. So he prays to God that let my country awake, let the people awake, and we can form a united as well as the heaven nation. In short, we can say that Rabindranath Tagore wants that everyone should be fearless, self-dignified, knowledgeable, truthful, hardworking, and even broad-minded people. And if we are always thinking about narrow-minded, we are thinking in a narrow way, then we cannot get whatever we want. And that's why on that time he said कि if हम लोग नैरो माइंडेड रहेंगे तो वी विल नेवर गेट दैट फ्रीडम. तो फ्रीडम तो हमें चाहिए ही चाहिए. साथ में उन्होंने एक ड्रीम देखा था कि मेरा जो नेशन इंडिया है वो कैसा होना चाहिए. दैट यू कैन सी दैट ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन शुड बी फियरलेस. ओके, दे हैव सेल्फ डिग्निफाइड एंड दे कैन लिव देयर लाइफ in a very good manner. Then everyone is knowledgeable, they should have the enough knowledge, everyone is truthful and even hard working. Then we can form a united and very nice nation. And that was a dream of Rabindranath Tagore, and it was the poem that was basically, we can say it's a prarthana or prayer to God to awake the nation. ओके, अवेक द नेशन मतलब इंडिया, वो उनकी कामना है कि इंडिया कैसा होना चाहिए. आई होप यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड. स्टिल आई एम once again we will get to a quick revision that basically it was composed in the Bengali language in 900 and it was published under the title Prarthana, that is also called prayer. And if we are talking about the background, so you can easily write in when India was under the British rule. At that time Rabindranath Tagore wrote this poem to wake the country, and on the other hand he prayed to God to awake his country. So that is one kind of prayer for the nation. So we can say that Rabindranath Tagore has nicely described his views and he do the prayer to the God. Friends, I hope you understand in this poem, but still if you have any doubt or confusion, then you can write in comment box, so I will try to give you answer. If you like this video, then please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Till then, goodbye, have a nice day.